Oh, I'm live, that's right. Oh, yes. I'm back. Alright. Oi. My neck, though, is still sore from earlier this morning. Don't ask. For the love of God, don't ask. No, in case anyone's wondering, I didn't do anything stupid. It's just, first, yeah, it's nice to know that you're fifist. You want to know what it's like to yawn like a wolf? Just ask me, because half the time I think I do. Dear God. I can't never stop yawning. I just took a freaking nap. Like an hour long, well, technically it was 58 minute long nap, but still. Boy. Oh, I get to be a bully now. This ought to be entertaining. I'm the highest tier playing here. These poor children. These guys are gonna die. This is one of those maps, this is one of those maps that you don't really see in the game that much anymore. And I absolutely love this map. 2-0 right now, Crusader, because Britain. Sea Hurricane. You know, that thing. What is, like, behind me that's trying to chase me but failing miserably? That thing. I don't really care that much for the event. I don't really play the events. Like, there's only been one event that I actually genuinely tried, and I can't remember what it was. No, yeah, I do. It was the Normandy thingy. And the only reason I did that was because of the fact that I really wanted that thing so that we could do a reenactment with it. But then I got it. I got played it in a match, got immediately annihilated at 6-0 with it, and I never played it again. It's just too big of a target. How am I even expected to go after those? Like, are those like the only things that are here? Wait, I should be running into the aviation section soon. And considering they're all Japanese, this'll be fun! Yeah! This is probably the most realistic thing that you'll ever see. British and Americans versus the gung ho people. Yeah, the gung ho people. Yeah, I lost my words. Oh, you don't know the meaning of suffering, boy. Let me show you. All of my bullets went through him. And he took me propeller. No, stay off of me. I'm his kill. And he is mine. I feel better now. I'm not making it back to the airfield, and I know this. So, yeah. Okay, cool. That one died anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yay, a kill. That's all I really needed for this one anyway. We'll be doing 3-0 here in a second, so that'll be entertaining. Why is everyone trying to kill me? Get off my back! I'm already dead! Leave me alone! Ah! Man, where's Chris? Where we need him. Ooh, what's this one? Royal Air Force Roundel Type B. That's actually really cool. I like that. You know what's funny? I know a lot of people don't know this, and that's what I find interesting about it. The funny thing about the roundels that America uses here, like this, it wasn't the original roundel that America used. If you go to there's a game, actually. I don't know if I still have it on my phone. Let me see. Yes, it's called Warplanes. Let me pull it up right quick. I would turn up the volume, but like these people is like it's a low graphics game, but it's really really fun. They've got a World War I and a World War II version, and I will list off the vehicles that they have. I also bought the other vehicles as well. They have a multiplayer version, so I'm just the pilot. They have Russia, Japan, Germany, and Britain. They don't add China in this, which is kind of sad, but, you know, I can understand why, because it would be just a buttload of borrowed stuff. Basically, it's the main nations. They don't care about anyone else. So if we go down the planes, the vehicles that I have are the F4F Corsair, the Dauntless, the Wildcat, the Corsair, XP-55, the Warhawk. I have an F-86, an F-80, and a B-26. I don't know why in the world they added jets into the game, but they did. But the roundels that they have is very interesting to me. Okay, whatever. Wait, did I not get the whole editor thing? Oh, okay, dang it. Well, anyway. It's very interesting. I did like that game a lot. It was a fun game. Also, I have to go. What is my phone doing now? There we go. Okay, I have to go back to YouTube right quick. I have to go watch something, so give me a second. Anyway, chicken nuggets. All right, Crusader, give me a second. I have to get the chat back up. There we go. Okay. Chris abandoned me again. Chris always abandons me. Chris leaves me alone to die. Chris makes me sad. Also, imagine playing arcade battles because you can't play realistic battles. Tisk, tisk. I'm going to grind the Typhoon because I do have a little bit better stuff for them. Now, the question is, do I bring the bombs? No, I'm not even going to bother. If it was like something other than 500s, maybe, but like 500s and 250s don't do anything at 3.0, so not really a need. We're going to get the Typhoon going. Then we'll get the Sea Hurricane Mark 1C, which is the cannon variant. Then we'll get the bow fighters at 3.0. And then I gotta remember what other stuff I have at 3.7 because that's the next BR up. My truck's been sitting because I don't drive it very much. I'm planning on not this weekend or the next weekend. I think it's like 2 weekends from now. I'm gonna go to Charleston. I'll give you guys the exact date once it gets closer, but I have to remember if my mom is home this weekend, because it's going to be a weekend that my mom's home, that she can take care of my brother so that I can go. And I'm taking my truck all the way to Charleston, which it's like a 3-hour drive there, and then it's like I think a 3-hour drive back. And that'll be the farthest my truck has went in a long time. Because the farthest I've drove my truck is to Columbia, which is about an hour and a half-ish. If I don't drive like a maniac, it's that much. But, 70 miles an hour down the interstate, And the speedometer on the thing is kind of broken, so... By that I mean that I kind of clocked it at one point when I was using the GPS on it. And while my speedometer is reading 70, I'm going like 75 mile an hour. So, yeah. And by the way, like, it works like that all the way through it, and the speed goes down to like 60, and I'll put the cruise control at 60 because the interstate has been changed since they made it 3 lanes. Once you get further down the road, they make it 60 because of the 3 lanes. I'll have people passing me like I'm sitting still, and I'm like, dude, it's 60 miles an hour. My truck is going 65. What are you going, 75? Like, I've even had big rigs just freaking fly by me, and these are big rigs that I know have like the speed things, and like these guys are passing me like I'm sitting still, and it's like, dude, what the world, I just keep on cruising. I let people pass me. I'll sit in the middle lane just to piss people off, because that's where you're supposed to be. If you're not getting off, you're supposed to sit in the middle lane. And people would just be passing me like I'm sitting still, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, have fun. Yep, hi, bye. Hi, bye. It's just, I don't care. Ooh, delicious. No air brake, of course. Why is he heading up for me? Why did he do that? My wing! My wings! He hit both of them! What the? No, pull up. Pull up, baby. Ow, that's a... Wow. Just wow. That's bull. That is bull. I call bull. Makes both of my wings disappear with one shot. Yep. Totally realistic. I love it when it's not realistic like that. Got that. There we go. Yeah, it's probably a good idea getting that first. That way I can get a better engine and all on this thing. What's the turn time on this? 22, considering 16. At least this thing turns a little bit better. Of course, it is a massive plane considering, but at least it does better than both of these. I mean, that's a good thing. 15.1. That's actually not that bad. I try not to exceed the speed limit because, or at least not over 5, because of the fact that I don't want a ticket. And plus, I haven't been driving that long, so, you know, if I were to get my license and then immediately get a speeding ticket, that would label me for every cop that pulls up the record on my truck. That will label me as just because you've never been caught does not give you the reason to be cocky enough to keep doing it. Just saying. Because one day you will be caught and you'll be like, shit. And you'll tell me about it and I'm going to be like, ha, bitch. Anyway, if I were to get a ticket, let's say, all right, I get the truck and started driving it in March. Let's say if I got a ticket in April, okay, for the rest of the time that I'm driving, every time a cop pulls up my darn record, they're going to look at that and they're going to be like, oh, so this guy's a troublemaker. I'm just going to give him a ticket just for the hell of it, you know, just freaking piss him off. I'm not dealing with that. I will not risk my truck nor my insurance going up just because of the fact that some idiot wants to act stupid and try and race my truck. You want to do some racing? Go to a drag strip. The interstate is not where that's meant to be done. The air rifle team. I don't even know what that is. He's speaking fancy to me, Crusader. He dares speak the fancy words, Crusader. I was on a yeah, it's your freedom till you get your dumb ass pulled over. Then it's gonna be like, oh shit, I should have listened to him a little bit better. Don't waste 50s. It's not worth it, Crusader. I was on an archery team for like a week. And I sucked at it. And not only that, they decided to assign seats to everybody because of the fact that they were being uncontrollably. And it's like, dude, this is a place where we train, okay? We could be talking about different things. And one of my friends was there, and you know, he's the one that got me in there. And then it got me because I had just got there and they were already trying to shove me into a tournament. I'm like, dude, I just got here. Why are you trying to shove me into a tournament? I said, no, I'm not doing that. I didn't go. And they were talking about if you didn't go, that you had to pay, I can't remember how much it was, because the fact that I think the school or something paid for it, so if you didn't go, you had to pay it back. And it's like, okay, but you know, and he just like, the guy that was leading it forced it on me. He's like, yeah, we're going to need another guy, you're going to go. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And I didn't go. I did not go. I stayed my rear end at home that week, or that day. And you know what? I paid the money. I didn't care. And not long after that was when he assigned the seats. So I said, you know what? This ain't for me. And I left. I never went back. I was there an entire week because I was told it was fun. And it was boring as hell. You couldn't socialize with anybody without getting in trouble. And the guy that was taking over the darn thing, he was too serious about it. Like, dude, it's not even like that serious. We're here to have fun. And here you are taking everything way too darn seriously, and you expect people to stay? How do you expect that to work out for you? What's behind me? Oh, dear God, not one of those. And that was important. If he hit me again. I think I'm just going to go for ground targets if I survive long enough. Let's see, howitzer. Yeah, here we go. I've never been pulled over the entire time that I've had my license, and I'm going to keep it that way. Dude, get off my 6, dadgum! Such a tryhard, both of y'all. This is why I hate 3-0. You know what's funny? I've drove my mom's Ford. I've drove my mom's 2010 Silverado, and I drive my truck. Never been pulled over or anything. It all depends on the person. And I'm cautious. All right, I've seen crap. And because of the fact that I'm the son of a truck driver, I've only had, let's see, 3 instances that I can remember that people have blown their horns at me. One time, I didn't check my blind spot in the truck, and there was this S10 that was flying down the road at me, and I pulled out in front of him, and he honked his horn, and I'm like, well, I'm glad you stopped, because I didn't see you, because it was in my blind spot. And I had just checked, and he wasn't there. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I looked, and he wasn't there. So I knew he had to have, like, freaking flew up on me. Another time, I think I turned in front of somebody by accident, of course, not realizing that they were going straight or something like that. You know, it was when I first got started driving. I was still nervous at that time. And then... and that just shows how much of a child you are, World War II. You're 16 with a driver's license. I still think they need to make everybody wait until they're 18, until their mind is actually fully developed, or at least close to being fully developed, before they give them a driver's license and say, hey, try not to kill people. This is a privilege, not a right. You know, that was the one thing they told me in the driving academy. Like, driving is not a right, it's a privilege, you know? So... I treat it as such. A lot of teenagers these days just take it too much, and they do stupid shit, and The only time you'll see me gassing my truck and seeing how fast it'll go is if I don't see anybody else on the road, and if it's some back road that nobody ever drives on. But, and then the third time, I was in a Walmart parking lot. This dude was way the flip over here. He was speeding down the Walmart parking lot. I turned because I was getting ready to leave. He blows the horn at me. I'm like, dude, you might want to slow down before you hurt somebody. I just went on about my business. I don't care. I will say this. I have a small amount of road rage to a point to where I was on the interstate one day driving the speed limit, which is 70, and my truck goes 75, as I told you guys earlier. And there was this like SUV thing that came flying up behind me, kept riding my rear end. You want to know what I did? There was a pretend deer in the road, and I slammed on brakes, and he jumped over into the other lane to keep from hitting me. And he drove by me looking at me like I was an idiot. I said, might want to get off somebody's rear end next time. And just for the fun of it, because my road rage was still kind of there and the adrenaline was still kind of there, I sped up and rode right behind him for a few seconds, made him feel what I felt, and then I backed off and just went on about my day. I said, it's not worth getting a ticket for. Because with my luck, a cop would see me doing that, going fast as he is, which he had to be speeding, because by the time I got to where I was going, he was nowhere in sight. Like, he was speeding. I am positive of that. There was another one when I was going to church Wednesday, and there was this, I think it was like a Toyota or a Honda or something. And I have a rule, and this rule is very clear. I'll say, and my rear view is set up this way so that I know if somebody's too close to me or not. If I see most of your vehicle in my rear view, then we're okay. You know, I'm not going to mess with you. But if I start seeing, and I can see like the top of my bed, if I start seeing your hood and the front end of your car going under my bed, you're too close. So there was a guy that was too close, and I was thinking to myself like the entire time, I'm like, I have two options. Floor it and make the guy realize he's pissing me off, or slam on brakes and claim insurance on this sucker and make him buy me the parts I need that I want for my truck. I chose to floor it. We were going down a hill and this guy was still on my rear end. I said, you know what, I'm getting sick of this. I gunned it, I hit 70, and I lost the guy, and he found out he was pissing me off. He never got that close to me again. He ended up turning off and leaving me alone, but he was honestly starting to piss me off. And I said, if he does it again, I'm gonna slam on brakes. And I was honestly ready, like my foot was ready to freaking just randomly slam on brakes to make this guy hit me, to get the message through to him, to like get off my, like, I am the kind of person that if you piss me off enough by riding my rear end, I will magically see a dog in the road, and I will tell the cops that I saw a dog in the road. I don't care. Think I'm playing. There was a guy that did that to my dad. I can't remember if he was driving his pickup or a big rig, but he slammed on the brakes in front of my dad, and my dad jerked the truck, I think, off the road or whatever, or hit him, something like that. I think he was driving the rig because he wasn't able to stop in time, so it kind of gives me the feeling he was in the rig hauling something, obviously. And the guy told the cops that he saw a dog in the road. My dad told my mom, he's like, I didn't see not one dog in the road. This guy was just being stupid, trying to claim insurance or something like that. And it blows my mind how many people it's funny to me the amount of people that actually do that crap. It aggravates you to a point to where you're ready to just freaking scream to the top of your lungs, because it's like these people are being unsafe but the cops are never around to actually do anything, but then they complain when people break the law. It's like, dude, you know, you don't enforce the law. Like this new law that they've got passed in my state, I don't know if they have it in North Carolina or anywhere else, but you're not allowed now to have your phone and be looking down at your phone. You're not allowed to be holding your phone. You're not allowed to be talking on your phone with one hand and still have the hand and your eyes on the road. You have to have your phone mounted you have to have your phone mounted on like one of those phone holders, and you can't be messing with it. Yeah, okay, whatever. You can lie to yourself on that one. And it's like, it's funny to me because they're implementing this law, but yet everybody knows for a fact, the cops, in order to track and see if you've got arrest warrants or anything, or the car's been stolen, they have this little computer that they type on while they're driving to see if there's any, like, if the car's been stolen or anything, or to check anything. And it's like, dude, you know, you're passing this law, and, you know, the cops are still able to mess with their crap. But yet, you know, you don't need to type, gaming guy. You can watch the stream. And if your hands are hurting, you shouldn't really be playing on a computer. Yes, Kale, you may join. If I can find you. Where are you at? Where are you at? Ah! You might not be online yet. I don't even know who that is. I know who that is, but I can't have everybody joining. Hello, Pixel. Was Jack in the stream? Oh yeah, he was. I didn't see him. So Kale, you'll have to wait. Get in here. I feel bad for you, young sir. I will be so glad to get some more British stuff. I'm not calling anybody. I don't like using Discord while playing on the PlayStation because it always ends up lagging after a certain amount of time, so I don't use it. This is never gonna work. So far, Ace or Pixel, I'm not liking the Typhoon in a dogfight. I've been murdered like 3 times already. One time, both of my wings got snapped off by one of those freaking hell divers that got borrowed. So I'm not liking the Typhoon right now, but it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite planes because it has the 12 machine guns instead of the 8. But you need to get a mud mower. My brother had one of those at one point that he built. And this was at his like old house. He built it, and then he ended up, I think, putting it back together as an actual lawnmower, and then he ended up selling it or something. Can't remember what it was, but I don't even want to know how many. Oh, that's good. World War II. How many hours? Hold on, let me see. I might be able to tell you. 740 hours. Of course, I'm sure if I went to statistics, just battles, period. Can we just see like how many battles, just period? That needs to be a thing so that you can see like how many hours you've actually played. Missions, victories, finished missions, time played 2 minutes. Woohoo! We're not going to talk about the fact that we've played 21 days worth of custom battles. Yeah, 9 days in tanks, 2 minutes in a helicopter, which is BS. I don't think that counts for simulators, though, so... We're doing 3.0, by the way. We're not doing 3.7. The Chevy, it's getting a massive overhaul. What's wrong with it, World War II? Or is it just not to your liking or something? I don't like 7.7 mils. Well, that's all I got right now. I mean, there is the Sea Hurricane that has the 20s. There is that thing. Just grab that and you'll be fine. World War II, just admit it, okay? It's not a Ford, so you don't like it, okay? We get it. I don't even know what forges are. Also, Jack, I'm not using Russia right now, so you're going to have to grab something else. I hate Fords, not going to lie. I hate newer Fords. Anything from like 2005 onwards sucks, in my opinion. In reliability. Just got a girl like 30 minutes ago. Bro, for real? Whoa. What in the world? Wow, bro. Hook me up, bro. I want to die now. Correction, World War II. You had 3 girls. You had 3 girls ask you for your number because you pulled up to school in a Ford. They did not know you until you pulled up to school in a vehicle. You know what's funny, history guy? My truck that I drive was my dad's. I can't remember what year model of the Ford F-150 I like. I can't remember what the year model is. I'd have to go through them and tell you. Matter of fact, I can probably go do that right now. But it's like one of the newers. My Nana actually owns one, and it's like completely screwed up, which is exactly why I hate Ford, because it's completely screwed up. Let me see. Let me see. No, not the 2005. I'm going through the years right now. Yuck. Yikes. Yeah, the 2009 Ford F-150s. Those are my favorite. I think they look the best. 2010's a good year. let's go 2015. Let's see what they did on these. The 2015's okay, but I'd have to say like 2010 is probably where I'd say that they look the best, in my opinion. I'm waiting on y'all. Oh, hey, Beam, what's up? I can sit like this forever. I'm not using anything other than this. Don't worry, Bean. You won't be the center of attention today. I have too many people trying to talk to me at once. Guys, what part of we're doing 3.0 do y'all not understand? Oh, boy. How many of you have been here long enough to know that I have a little stuffed animal wolf thing that sits beside my PS4, and I call it the channel mascot, and it sits between my TV and the PS4. I remember posting the picture about it and saying the new channel mascot has arrived. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I remember I bought it at the zoo and I couldn't pass it up because it was the little stuffed wolf and it was too cute. And it has been sitting in the same spot ever since I bought it. So I had a stuffed fox, but I ended up giving that one to my dogs. I have another one that my mom got me, and that one's like a really old fox. Like it's got a hole in the back of it, and you can actually touch the cotton that's in it. Yes, history guy, you get an invite to the Discord. In 2 more live streams. Bean should be close. I think she needs just... This makes her 5th one. So yeah, she'll need 2 more as well, so... Am I the only one who keeps their old stuffed animals? That's not necessarily true, Bean. I have the wolf one. I have the fox one that I told you about. I don't really remember ever having any like major stuffed animals when I was a kid. So needless to say, the only stuffed animals I have is like stuff that I bought semi-recently. Like the longest I've had one is the one that I'm talking about, this little fox that's like really, really old. And then that one. Sir, why are you here? Shouldn't you be up there? Stop being so angry. I don't want any freedom. No. Time to go colonize. Hey, gaming guy, there's no hate here, bro. Is it bad? And you know, this is something that I find interesting. I have a lunchbox. Ah, my neck. Son of a biscuit that hurt. Wow, I woke up this morning and my neck. But I have a lunchbox that came with a puzzle and it's Zootopia themed. And I got it like it was North Carolina. I think it was a Roses, I can't remember. Something like that. It was something similar to a Roses. And I haven't gotten rid of it because my dad bought it for me. Is the new one out? No, the new one doesn't come out until like November, I think. I know it comes out on Thanksgiving, if I remember reading correctly, so. I just don't like don't get me wrong, I'm excited for the new movie, but at the same time it's starting to aggravate me a little bit because a lot of people are trying to ship Nick and Judy together, and it's like, dude, they've already confirmed that they're not a couple. Why do you keep on about it, you know? But you know what's funny? Like, I have no issue. Holy crap! I almost became part of a very bad plane crash. That would have been very much bad had that actually connected. I was like right on him too. Like, I was about to shoot him and I was gonna give the P-40 a chance, and then that happened. Eat British land, you scumbag! Yeah! Oh, okay. I'll take it. I just colonized the crap out of that LA-5. I'm gonna fly off of that. I'll take an enemy kill assist. You wanna know why I love a plane with 12 machine guns? Max ammunition. Oh, there's an FW-190 falling out of the sky. That's nice. What's your camera controls for? I don't have camera controls. Mine are Hold on, I'll get you in a second. Oh, that was bad. That's bad. Tree! Camera controls for me are the triangle, since I'm on PlayStation. I'll take it 2 enemy kill assists. I mean, that's good. Who got off? Damn, he pissed Jack off. I don't really care how old he is. Because if I'm being honest, like, when it comes to guys, I don't really care how old anyone is. Because the way I see it, you know, your guys' parents tend not to be overprotective for guys. Except when you consider my mother. Love you, Mom. Free looking, etc. Oh, the bindings. Most of my bindings, I'll go on ahead and show you the controls right quick. Most of my bindings are on a keyboard that I have sitting on the floor next to me for when I use them. But air brake is that one, gear is that, drag shoot is that and that. Primary weapon is 8. I don't know why I have that one even done. Secondary weapon is 9. Bomb bay doors so that I can open them when I'm in a bomber and close them is B. Series is P. 8 for the additional fuel tanks. Z for flares and chaff so that it fires both of them. Periodic countermeasures, fuel dumping. Radar, that stuff. But the free look, I have to find it. That's the view. And then smoke, cockpit, I don't have one set up anymore. Engine is E, and then extinguisher, of course. I'm not stupid. That's offensive. My free look, though, is the down on the pad. We might get into a match. Oh, and yes, I've been here since you were screaming about colonizing an LA5. Yes, gaming guy. Fish. My neck, if I like kind of tilt it to the right, it hurts. Whoa! Okay, buddy, where are you at? I'm shooting him down. Damn it, he's in a damn bomber. He knew I was gonna say that crap. I can't climb all the way up there. Hey, Kale, you know you're supposed to put those up, right? Gaming, or yeah, history guy, you're not even supposed to be thinking about dating right now. Why do you even have a girlfriend? That's what's wrong with today. That's what's wrong with today's society. Is like kids are being told that it's okay to start dating at the age of 12 and 10 and stuff like that. What's wrong with you? I'm 20, no girlfriend, happiest person on earth. No children except my dogs. My dogs count, right? My dogs are my children, in a way. And I'm the happiest person that ever could live. Hey, look, a BF-110. That couldn't go possibly wrong if I went after him, right, guys? If you have a friend that's a girl, do you call her a girlfriend or a friend girl? Ooh. I just freaking call her a friend who's a girl. You know, that's how I would do it. Like, for instance, actually, I don't have any friends that are girls. Like, you guys are friends, but... Why is he shooting it? My tail. I can still fly this. Yeah, I can still fly this. Yeah, I can still fly this. Yeah, look at me. I'm not flying this. This ain't flying. This ain't flying. Hey, off that's the ground. Or like normal people and me, just call them friends. Exactly. Like, you know, Bean, I consider a friend. Chris, I consider a friend. Like, everybody that watches my streams, I consider friends. Tony's plane ain't planing. No, it stopped planing about 5 seconds ago. Plane not planing. Tank not tanking. Bomber not bombing. Striker not striking. Ship not shipping. Brain not braining. Study not studying. I have to pull that one out. Chris, that happened like months ago. Why are you still bringing that up? Did you get the money? I did not get the money. Let me see if I can find that one. Let me see if I can find it. I have to find it.
Study not studying.
There it is! I found it!
Brain not braining. Study not studying. Sleep not sleeping. Money not moneying. Nobody loving. Everybody hating. Mouth always eating. Eyes always watering. Nothing understanding. Heck, the what happening? Not braining, study not studying. Pronounce. Brain not braining, study not studying. Sleep not sleeping, money not moneying. Nobody loving, everybody hating. Mouth always eating, eyes always watering. Nothing understanding. Heck, the what happening?
Ugly women with implants was like another thing. Like most of the time I try not to bring up old conversations or anything, but fish died. Guys, I figured out why I died so quickly. I didn't have that on the plane. That's like, That's like times 100 survivability and damage right there. Plus accuracy! Times even faster with the decal. Have y'all seen the ad? No, I'm not racing. Because unlike everyone else, I don't like to burn up my engine in my truck for no specific reason. The only time I've ever exceeded the speed, okay, I've had my truck top out so far. I've gotten my truck to 90 miles an hour, and I haven't tried to push it any farther than that. It's not that I'm afraid World War II. It's just the fact that it's not worth it. Being a stupid, childish idiot is not worth destroying your vehicle because of the fact that you want to race everything that you see. And you can't say that you don't race every damn thing that you say. Or everything that you see, because how many times have you told me that you've smoked this and smoked that and you're Ford? Good for you. I don't care. My truck is built for hauling, and it's built to get me from point A to point B. Tony doesn't want to destroy his vehicular device. I forgot that I used to say that, vehicular device. Yes. My friend, and I can say that he wasn't doing anything stupid at this time. He had a brand new, I can't remember what year model it was, but it was one of the newer Rangers. He hadn't even paid it all the way off yet. And it was during the hurricane that hit North Carolina really bad. I think it was last year or something. Last year or year before last, I can't remember. And he was driving to work, and a tree had fell in the road, or it was falling in the road when he was driving up to it or something like that. And he didn't see it in time, and he slammed his Ford into the front of it. And the bad thing was, it didn't even damage the Ford. Like, he showed us pictures of what got damaged, and it wasn't even that bad. Like, they could have honestly put the newer parts on it, put a new hood or fix the hood, and the truck would have been fine. But they totaled it anyway because his insurance company sucks. And he has been scared to drive in the rain ever since. He hates driving at night, and it's like, it's a trauma for him. And the bad thing was, he wasn't doing anything wrong. And like, he was just trying to go to work. He says that he got quote unquote greedy for money, but like, the bad thing was, he was actually trying to go do something that would benefit him in the long run, and his truck got totaled, and now he drives, I think, a 2001 Ford F-150, and he's already had to change something to do with the AC or something like that. I can't remember what it was. He's put new rims and stuff on the truck. They look good. I don't tell him that because the fact that I give him a hard time because it's a Ford. We joke at each other about our trucks, but in reality, we both agree that both of our trucks are really useful and really good. And you know, he's driving the truck now, but he still misses that old truck, and I can't blame him. It was a nice looking truck. I couldn't fit in it. Like, being 6'4", he's shorter than me only by a few inches, and he fit in it fine. But with me being 6'4", I was sitting in the passenger seat, and my knees were touching his freaking door and his freaking midsection. In my truck, I can actually open my legs and not have to worry about anything. And the funny thing was, he had put a leveling kit on it. He put like a thing that made it, he put a turbo on it, I think is what he did to it. Or like a thing that when he let off the gas, it would make the cool turbo sound. He had done a buttload of other things to it, and he hadn't even paid it off. And we all kept telling him, like, dude, don't do this until you've actually bought the car. And he did it anyway, and then he ended up totaling it. But, you know... But the reason I'm saying this is because, like, he's older than me, and he acted stupid with that truck. He did. I will admit to you guys, he acted very stupid because his truck had a sport mode. So, you know, I'm glad that my truck only has park, reverse, neutral, drive, third, and second. That's all my truck has. That's all it needs. And the third and second are for hauling, I do believe. So, you know, my V8, my truck, it gets me where I need to go and back. As far as I know, it's capable of hauling. So, that's all that matters to me. If it runs, it goes. Of course, I need a new AC. From what I understand, there's several things I want to do, but they're not really needed. But two things that I absolutely need for when it gets hot, like really hot. I need a new AC. I can't remember what, like a new part for the AC. The AC motor, I think, burnt up on it. And then I also need a belt for it as well. And if I get those two things, then the truck would be fine. It would have working AC and everything. Of course, there's another part that he'd have to go into the dash or whatever and fix, which I think I'd probably get him to fix later on. But I plan on getting a new radio to put in there, new speakers. I want to get new suspension set up. And because the suspension now, like, it's creaky, well, to say the least. It's creaky, but it still works, so I'm not really too worried about it. Which one is gay, Trump or Putin? Neither, from what I understand. Did Crusader get off? Yeah, he did. Okay. But, you know, I love it when people keep hopping on and off and they cause my game to lag. Beat to high hell still functions well. What do I do if it breaks? Find the parts. If I were you, like, I'd just go to, like you said, it's a 1950 Chevy. Possibly. If I were you, I'd go to, like, possibly Amazon or something like that. See if you could find just random parts there, and if you can, that's probably your best bet. But other than that, I really don't know. I don't like own a lot of older cars. Like I said, like I own a 2001. Mine are pretty easy. Yes, Amazon sells car parts. Amazon sells everything. What are you talking about? There's another thing that you could go to called Parts Geek, but they tend to be pretty expensive. But your best bet is probably going to like a parts store and just asking if they have parts for that particular year model of vehicle. I'll say this, my tail lights, that's where they came from, was Amazon. My headlights that I'm going to end up getting to put on my truck, they sell those. If I'm being honest with the 1950s, the best bet that you're going to have is just do some research on it. See what engines like it came with and just try and see if you can find one, because I don't know about putting newer engines in older cars. I've never really done that. The only reason that I know my truck has an engine swap is because my truck from the factory comes with a V6. But I know for a fact that they engine swapped it and put a V8 in it. But it's the same year model engine. It's a Vortec 5.3. So and with a 1950s truck like that, your engine's going to be smaller and it's not going to have as much stuff. So if something messes up on it, your best bet is probably either trying to get that part off and go and get it like rebuilt if you can, or trying to find somewhere that sells that particular part. But with it being that old, I don't know how easy it is. Like I don't know. I'm not like one of those people that does that stuff. I mean, I'll put it this way, like Cuba, I've heard that apparently Cubans use like boat motors and stuff like that to keep their cars running and stuff. So, I mean, you know, if nothing else, just do something crazy like that. You know, just put a boat motor in it. What does your 1950s Chevy truck run on? A boat motor? What? That's right. A boat motor. Boat batteries and boat parts, you know, they've done it. And, you know, and the reason they did it, it's really funny when you think about it, because the reason they did that is because Cuba stopped getting imports of American vehicles. They stopped, like, getting them. And the citizens loved the cars so much that they did everything they could to keep them running. So if something broke, you know, they'd put boat motors and boat parts and stuff in there to keep them running. It's really interesting. The Cubans are probably some of the most resourceful people I've ever heard of when it came to keeping cars running. I mean, there was a guy, at a car show we went to one time, and if I remember correctly, he was driving a Ford or a Chevy. I think it was one of the two, and he had an engine from one of the other two companies. So in other words, if he was driving a Chevy, he had a Ford motor in it, but if he was driving a Ford, he had a Chevy motor in it, just to keep it running. That was what he did. Like, it was nothing, it had nothing to do with anything else, him, you know, picking a fight with Ford owners or anything. It was just, he didn't have access to a Ford motor or something, so he just put a Chevy motor in it, and it worked. And my dad noticed it, and they were talking about it, and, like, the guy was laughing with my dad about it, like, you know, and they weren't mad at each other at all. Like, it was just the most resourceful thing that the guy could do at the time, and it worked. What would it be, a pickup, by the way? Oh, I'd have to look at all the different models. Because that's where I'd have to pick mine from, is the different models and stuff. And I don't really know too much about Fords to really pick stuff like that, so... Watch out, Kale! I hit him, but I gotta let my guns cool. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Some of my guns jammed. He's gone. I'm gonna make sure he dies first, though. Cut engine power. Okay, you want to keep playing? There we go. I feel better now. I'm getting out of here before I get lit up. I have to find the things for my brother here in a second, so. How did one of my machine guns stop working but the other one didn't? That makes no sense to me. I'm not a car purist. I don't know what that is. Long as they haul and work, I'm happy. That's kind of how I feel too. Like, for me, like, you know, I love my truck mainly because of the fact that it was my dad's and it's sentimental to me, and because it's my first vehicle. But if I'm being honest, like, other than that, I wouldn't choose, if I were to go get a newer vehicle, I would stick with the GMC Sierras because of the fact that mine's reliable. And I've heard that people have went from like Chevy, Ford, and all that. I don't need praise for doing something that comes naturally. A lot of Christians don't do that anymore anyway, so. It's like the Bible says, you know, if you're going to donate money, do it anonymously. Don't expect for anybody to know who did it, you know? That's one of the reasons I hate Mr. Beast, because even though, yes, he does all these good things, he doesn't do it for the right reason. He doesn't do it anonymously. He makes videos off of it, which means all he's doing is trying to profit off of it. He's not trying to do it for the right reason. I mean, look at that thing that he did with Dwayne the Rock Johnson that day. Like, do this or whatever, or something, and I'll donate to a charity of your choice or whatever. But he did it on a video. Everybody knew that he had done it. He's not doing it for the right reason. Probably with Mr. Beast, he donates 1 million, let's say. That's right. Like, it's not the right reason, and that's the reason I hate Mr. Beast. Like, people think that I hate Mr. Beast because of how much money he makes and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with that. For me, it's like, you're not doing what you're doing for the right reason type of thing. Because if you really cared about, I don't know, giving people the ability to hear again, giving people the ability to see again, you wouldn't make a video on it. So it's like one of those things where, if you're doing it for the right reason, you're not going to brag about it on a YouTube video, But anyway, I'll be right back. But you guys want to know the funniest thing I find about, talking about Mr. Beast and all? It gets me because when he was right before Chris decided to change his gender and everything. All right, Mr. Beast knew that his YouTube channel was hovering around the family-friendly area. There's no cuss words. It's funny for everybody. It's a family-friendly type channel with different stupid challenges and stuff. So a lot of people's arguments against Chris wasn't because of the fact that he decided to do that. It was because of the fact that it was a family-friendly channel, and a lot of people just said, that's not something that should be in a family-friendly channel. And I agreed with that. I disagreed with what Chris was doing because of my religion and everything, but I didn't make a big deal out of it. But the funniest part was, somebody had the guts to go on Twitter and said that the old Chris would whip the new Chris's rear end. Chris, with all the hormones and crap that he was taking, said that that person was going to hear from his lawyer. He was going to sue this person. I don't know if he ever did or not, because of the fact they said that. I thought that was the most childish thing ever. And then they did that live stream, and people were talking about how Mr. Beast and Chandler and all of them looked uncomfortable. I watched clips from that stream. They did. They physically looked uncomfortable. Of course, Mr. Beast denied it, but if you pay attention, they were uncomfortable the entire time. Sir, that's not how you airplane. Chris made everyone uncomfortable. And if you ask me, that's why he's not really in a lot of YouTube videos anymore. Because he used to be in like every single one of the videos. But when he received hate for what he was doing, he stopped being in his own wife said that she didn't want anything to do with him because of her religious beliefs and everything. I don't know if she broke up with him. I think she did. But broke up with him, left him because of what he was doing. And he didn't see where it was wrong. And he has the audacity to say that he's a Christian. No, you're not. Not with that. No, you're not. Talking about that he was raised and he had the thought about doing it for a while, but he was afraid to come out about it because of his parents and stuff. It's because of the fact that your parents were trying to teach you right from wrong. All right? And they obviously failed to do so because you still ended up doing it. And it's honestly sad to me that Mr. Beast, he claims to do all this stuff for the right reason and all, but yet, you're not, for one. And two, it's like, dude, he doesn't care. Like, if I'm losing track of what I'm trying to say here. If Mr. Beast gave a crap about anything when it came to his viewers, he would have, how do I say this? Alright, he would have made a video when YouTube was coming out with this new thing. He would have made a video telling YouTube how much he hated it and everything, but he didn't do anything. For Mr. Beast, it went from him just trying to do something that he loved to he has all the money in the world and he doesn't want to lose it anymore. He's such a cheapskate that he doesn't even live in a house. He lives in his studio. He will not buy a house. He will not buy a house because he's that much of a cheapskate. His excuse is, I spend all my time making videos. So, buy a house. But he won't do it. He won't do it because of the fact that he's a cheapskate and he doesn't want to spend the money. He wants people to believe, if I'm being honest with you, bringing back Christian Britain was probably lost about 20 to 30 years ago. And you know what's funny? And this is the thing I find very funny and interesting. The moment that the Queen died, shit hit the fan in Britain like crazy. It really did. The Queen died, and then Britain went to hell in a handbasket really quickly. No! He's two-sided. Look at the OG beast. He said bad things. Now he won't dare say. Exactly. Mr. Beast is all about the money now. He doesn't care about anything else. Like, if you really look at the OG Mr. Beast, like, it was him doing stupid challenges that everybody else was doing. You know, entertaining stuff. Like, remember that one video where he filled up an entire pool or something like that with the little orbs, and then there was the elephant snot stuff that he filled his entire his brother's house up with, and then he bought his brother a new house. That was stuff that I found entertaining. Buying a car, like every car on a car lot, and then selling them for like nothing or giving them out for free. That stuff was entertaining. As someone who's living, their shit has been hitting the fan in Britain since the mine shut in the mid-70s. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but okay. Britain started dying when the empire officially died. And see, the bad thing is, Britain used to be like one of the biggest like Christian places. Like, the Catholics were like crazy in control in Britain. Now, I don't think Britain will ever go back to being the Christian state it used to be. But also, to a point as well, I've heard of the name, but I've never went any farther than that. But, Margaret Thatcher. I've heard of the name, but, like, that's as far as it goes. I wouldn't live there. That's up to you, but, yeah, go for it if you want. Britain used to be a beautiful place, you know, a place where people could go and hence why the Orthodox shun them. My thing is and the funny thing is like when you look at like Christianity or just like religious things is a hard subject to talk about, especially when it comes to beliefs and stuff. because things like what happened the other day end up happening, because if you disagree with something, people tend to get mad at you because of the fact that it sounds like you're coming after them, when in reality you're not. You're just stating that something that they're doing is wrong, and it sounds like, you know, you're coming after them. And it's a difficult subject to talk about. I'll put it that way. But like when it comes to like certain things, like talk about Mr. Beast, okay? The Bible says if you want to donate anonymously. Don't expect praise for it, okay? Mr. Beast has donated stuff, but he doesn't do it anonymously. He wants people to know that he's done it. He's not doing it for the right reason. Therefore, I don't think he should do it at all. All right, these people that go and make these videos where they eat with a homeless person and they drop money. Okay, yeah, you're helping that homeless person by giving them what, $500, $1,000. But are you doing it for the right reason? Because then you're making, because of that video blowing up like it does, you're making money off of it. You're not doing it for the right reason. Don't shoot at me, I'll shoot back. Told you. Oh, now that was cool. The AI know how to do it. Look at that. That was awesome. And they even cut their engines. Let's give a shout out to the darn AI for doing such a good job at cinematic stuff. What's behind me? Hey, don't be shooting at me. I'll shoot back. I warned you. Die to the 20s. Die to the darn 20s. What? No! I ran out of ammo! My son, you are the ammo. I can't even catch him. How am I supposed to be the ammo? No, gun, no, gun not gunning. I mean, yes. In reality, yes. As long as there's not somebody recording you doing it, yes. Because I want to shoot something, but my gun said no. Hold on, let me see where it says the fuel. There's the fuel. Normally in these planes it tells you where your ammo is. Oxygen, delivery. Buzzer warnings will not lock down. Yeah, I legit don't. But, you know, in my opinion, and, you know, I get it, you know, the homeless people accepting it because of the fact they have nowhere else to go or nothing like that, and they have no one else trying to help them. But, you know, if you're just using that person to get popular, that's where I have the issue. I mean, the ones with the hearing aids and stuff, yes. I believe that he actually does go and get legit people who do need that help and everything. I believe that with my heart and soul. Come on, baby. Fire up! Fire up! Fire up! Fire up! Move! Move! Chris, just chill, okay? Ryan's fine. The engine wouldn't fire up in time, and I didn't get moving in time either. All you heard me screaming was, move! Move! You know it's bad when I scream the words move. Like, going back to what I was talking about, you know, with the people that needed the eye stuff, and then the people that needed the hearing aids, I believe that he had people randomly search for people that needed that, and then he got 100 of them. Like, I believe he does do, like, at least some sort of, like, when it comes to that stuff, he does bring in people that, you know, do that. But there's a lot of paperwork behind it. Like, will you consent for me to film it happening? Will you consent to this, that, and the other? There have been people that have been in Mr. Beast's video before, and they made their own YouTube videos about afterwards. And they've already confirmed that the money that Mr. Beast gives you, like the cash money that he uses in the videos, they've actually, like, said that he doesn't allow you to take that home. He gives you a check. The money is just for show. Sir, don't you think that's a little bit close for comfort? And it honestly, it gets me, because people fall for that stuff. Yes, Chris, you can join next round. Ain't nobody respecting me on Discord nowadays. I don't know why. I just respectfully ignore you. I'm doing 3-0 right now. If I'm being honest, though, like, half the time, I respectfully ignore everybody on Discord, unless I decide I want to. What the world? Wow. Gaming guy, I would, oh, he knows I'm pissed. He knows I'm pissed. He knows I'm pissed. And we can use a cup to discuss private matters. You and your yeehaw is crazy. You know what? I feel special. Me and Bean are like the only ones here that are actually like old. Bean, we're just old farts in a childish world. Okay, I deserve this. This was stupid. Yeah, that was a lot of planes to be trying to hit on. I'm old enough to be most of these kids' mother. Exactly. Blast from the past when Wolf, then Wolf of the what, huh? I'm having a brain fart because I don't understand what he's saying half the time. No, I saw that part. If you think about it, birthdays are celebrating 1 year closer to death. How old am I? I am 20 years old. I'm an old fart. That's why everybody calls me Unk in the Discord. Of course, when Bean gets in the Discord, I'll be Unk, she'll be Aunt. So I don't know what's gonna go, or no, Unk, and then I don't know what they'll call Bean. Because it can't be Unk, because Unk stands for uncle. So I don't know. Ow, my neck. Oh, God. I'm losing my freaking stuff anymore. What happened here? Are you green? Are you ready to go? What's going on here? I don't even know anymore. Oh, God. I need a massage, like really bad. Like my neck is killing me right now. Oh, sorry, Chris. Sorry. My neck is like killing me. I feel like Kale, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? Kel went crazy. Well, you know what they say, Pixel. Wars are fought in a day and then they're started in a day. Hey, Crusader, does that mean I own the rights to You Mess With the Wolf, You Get the Fangs because I invented it? I mean, I kind of took it off of something else, but, like, that's my line. I need to get that copyright claimed, honestly. Be cool having that copyright claimed. No one else can say it without paying me $50. How many bombs do you have in that thing? I have to fart. Oh, the llama beans are coming back. So you mean to tell me when the French were putting bombs in there, that, sir, see you later, gaming guy. You have a good one, bud. Hey guys, we're gonna. Hey Bean, hold on, give me a second. Remember yesterday when you said that you found the southern accent attractive? And you said I just made myself look weird or whatever? And I was like, nah, you're good. Just a funny thing to bring up at this point, right? Considering I have a southern accent and all that, and I'm like 10 years older. When the French were putting bombs in that, sir, how many bombs do we need? Yes. My mama always said my southern accent would gather a lot of gals, but I have yet to see it. Ponders? What are ponders? Are they? Do they create ponds? Ah, P63! He's swinging back after me, isn't he? No, he's way up there. Never mind. Oh, no, he killed you instead. That's nice. I'll take it. Where's all their artillery? Is it like in a line again? Yeah, that's where it's at. Okay, cool. I love how the P-63 proceeded to leave me alone. I'm just chilling and doing things. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just chilling and flying around, just, you know, right on over here, yeah. Oh, that was right on his face, too. Daggone. I'm to 100 rounds now, so I'm about to have to rotate around and head home. Alright, yeah, I got just enough rounds to defend myself for one good burst, and then I'm gone, so... I hear a plane and ah, dear God! I'm on fire! I'm not a dick. She called me a mean word. Anyway. You don't have to call me mean words. He's a meanie. But I'm grinding for, at this moment at least, the other Firefly variant. This one. And we're just moving over and then down and then over again and then... What is this, Chris? What the world, man? What is wrong with you? Also, my phone's at like 35%, so I might end up having to call it for now so I can charge it up. But there will be another stream later on tonight. I'll try and get my phone charged up a little bit so that we can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and get off for now. When I get back on tonight, I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll figure it out as we go. I hope everybody has a lovely day. And remember, you mess with the wolf, you get the fangs. Y'all have